And for that reason, I know you're looking for the man. But the man in the mask is sitting in front of you. I came to you as your salvation. I don't invest in myself alone. I am investing in you. And truly, these innocent leaders sitting beside me, of course I will not go to them and tell them that, hey, I am a man in a mask and I want you to come to Ghana to support me to do this and this. And this man of this dignity and this woman with such power will say, yes, I'm going to follow you to come to Ghana to do your convention and all of that. No. It is part of the movement. We need to educate. We need to uplift our children. We need to voice out to them. If you are about to find out about this man in the mask, because I never spoke a word, you were looking for me. I didn't tell you whether I am into politics, whether I am an evangelist, whether I am a conventionist or a revolutionist. After this day, thank you very much. 21 years of my life, I have been serving a nation, working so hard just to become an example of what wealth looks like. And building wealth comes from knowledge, comes from wisdom, comes from understanding. You need to get this value from your own surroundings. I grew up partly in Ghana, partly in England, and I came back to Africa. 2001. Unlike Martin Luther, I did not have a dream. I had a vision. I started watching the youth and the streets and the roads, the rules and the regulations, the conditions and the constitutions that is stipulated and embedded on us as Africans. I had to walk on a different path, and I was alone. My investment on the roads became a landmark. And whatever I invested on this landmark is a footprint. I am here for a legacy. I am part of your historians. And I know many people want to see the true side of me. I know you know Nana Kwame Bediako, but I know you're still looking for Freedom Jacob Caesar. Yes, I am Red Christian, and I'm here. I'm not here to take your value. I'm here to add value to you. I discovered that the land that we belong to had so much wealth that until we turn it into our own, our economy will never be sustainable. And we cannot forever live in our countries with a box economy. I needed to create a middle income economy without being a part of the government. Why so? Because I believe it's part of my responsibility. I took a different path. My movements, my foundation, my groups, and all of this have acquired some wealth. But the wealth that I reimbursed back into society, it has become a part of my mission to make this change. I believe that I belong to Africa. I am a son of this soil, and I can add value to humanity. And I came here to do that. I came here to add value to this world and to nature. I am not going to live here without God even being proud of me. And when I'm not here also, I want you to remember that I came. And I want my absence to be felt. And for that reason, I know you're looking for the man. But the man in the mask is sitting in front of you. I came to you as your salvation. I don't invest in myself alone. I am investing in you. And truly, these innocent leaders sitting beside me, of course I will not go to them and tell them that, hey, I am a man in a mask and I want you to come to Ghana to support me to do this and this. And this man of this dignity and this woman with such power will say, yes, I'm going to follow you to come to Ghana to do your convention and all of that. No. It is part of the movement. We need to educate. We need to uplift our children. We need to voice out to them. If you are about to find out about this man in the mask, because I never spoke a word, you were looking for me. I didn't tell you whether I am into politics, whether I am an evangelist, whether I am a conventionist or a revolutionist. After this day, you will have to wait for me to share my policies and my visions with you. And if I'm the reason why the country or the government is not happy about these great voices coming to educate not only Ghana, but also Africa, then I'll take this moment to sacrifice myself, to unveil myself, because I have much respect for these great leaders beside me. It would have taken my own time to tell you that I am. But for this very moment, I am sacrificing myself to let you know that I'm that man. But I'm that man with a good purpose, with a great vision. I have a plan and I have a vision for this nation. And not only this nation, I have it for Africa too. But I know Africa is the next biggest thing, because out of all the continents that have been developed in this world, there is only one continent that is not developed. And I am sent to do that. I am not interested in people's positions. I am not interested in presidential positions. I am interested in the regions and the humans. I am interested in the countries. I am interested in the continent. The resources here, the human resources here, the great opportunities to be able to prove a point to the world that this is what we can make out of ourselves as a black society. We have been doomed and disrespected, undervalued by everybody in the Western world. My pain is in my heart and I can't express it to you, so I let my actions speak for me. I want to thank you very much for this moment, and I want to thank.
The reason the event was cancelled is because the young man who was sponsoring it is a millionaire, and he has political ambitions. And I said, well, that's news to me. So I felt I should address this in case some of you journalists may have heard that as well. I can tell you as clearly and plainly as I can that I never heard the conversation about him being a millionaire. I never had a conversation about him having political ambitions. The time that I've spent with him has been more to do with entrepreneurship. So for those who are saying we're here to support him further his political ambitions, that is a damn lie. Certainly, from my interactions with him, I don't know about whether he told Professor that. I don't know if he told my brother Honorable Peter that. I might want them to clearly state that, whether that conversation ever took place. But the interactions I've had with Nana Bediago have been about entrepreneurship and the possibilities of what we can do if the African youth could be empowered, and how we can raise money to support African youth so they can build the Africa that we want. That's all the conversations I've had. Anything else, I do not know. But I felt I should let all of you journalists know, because I'm sure you're going to hear the same rumor that I just heard. These are the conversations I've had with my son. And I'll tell you one more thing. When the invitation came, Professor can tell you, I didn't know my son, but I had to do homework. What got me to accept the invitation is his age. And the fact that he's a youth. Because if we do not support our youth, then who is going to support them? I hired a young man one time, he said, Doctor, nobody wants to hire me because I have no experience. But how do I get experience if I don't get a job to begin with? I said, son, you're hired. I accepted an invitation from Nana, not because I knew him, but because of his age and the amazing things that he's doing at such a young age. It is that plain and simple. Anything else is a lie. I just wanted to clear that.
I think I'll join in what she said. You're very correct. It is about her entrepreneurship. I met him again on the 4th, because Prof who invited me, and I got a call from him, and he said he's around somewhere in Lagos. Can you come and visit me? I said, no, I'll come and visit you. And he was something about it. He said, since you're thinking about it, I'll come and visit you. And surprisingly, on arrival in Accra today, a young lady came along there and said, I work with the youth and entrepreneurship, and I want you to talk or talk about the entrepreneurship. I said, we're coming to Ghana to talk about entrepreneurship. And you just asked me a question. How do we spark entrepreneurship among the youth in Africa? I said, fight one thing, corruption. And you look at me. I said, corruption kills 3 things that makes a society. It kills entrepreneurship. Nobody thinks in a corrupt country because there's easy money to make or steal. It kills professionalism. So you don't have professors doing research any longer because people are stealing public money, and it kills that work. So fight it, and you spark entrepreneurship. So it is about entrepreneurship. But let me add, there's nothing wrong if you have an ambition.
Thank you.
I was a trader, I was a banker, but I had somewhere along the line, something happened in my state where children did not go to school for 2 years. And I asked myself, why should I be making money when there's no future for these children? And that's where I am in Nigeria today. I'm not desperate to be president of Nigeria. I'm desperate to see a Nigeria that works for the future of my children, for the future of the children of Nigeria. I'm desperate to see how we can pull millions of people out of poverty in a country, God bless, with everything. We have vast, uncultivated land in Nigeria, and people are hungry. To just close and give you an example of what we're suffering in our country. A country like Netherlands, in 1 year, did export of $120 billion export of agricultural products. Netherlands without water, with water is 43,000 square kilometers. Without water is 33. One state in Nigeria is more arable than Netherlands, and that state has 76.3 thousand square kilometers of land. So it's 2.5 times Netherlands. That state is occupied by criminals today. Because that state cannot generate 1% of what the land can do with agriculture. And they have 2.5 times the size of their land, just one state. It cannot continue. We must change it.
Thank you.
So
Thank you very much.
ambition.
Thank you. I can't agree more. Thank you.